Hey everyone, it's Twisted. This is going to be part 2 of the series. So this is going to be on layers and layering, which is pretty much essential to any part of avatar making. So the best way for me to show you is I have a few background textures and we're going to layer them and use our blending modes. So we're going to come over here and we're going to grab this texture and we're going to put it on our blank canvas. And we're going to make sure to resize it, and to resize it without coming over to your edit and going to your free transform, we're going to go ahead and use on Windows Control T. And once you see your little bounding box here, we're going to go ahead and just stretch it over. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this texture here. I'm going to put that on top. So now we have layer 1, which was our base layer. We have layer 2, which is that little scenery, and then we have layer 3. Now, this is where the fun part begins, because at this point we can start messing with our blending modes, which is up here. This is the blending mode for the layer. Once you have it highlighted in blue, means that this is the active layer. We're going to go ahead and start going down the line and trying to find something that's going to look best on that layer. So we can go with something like that and turns it a little bit purple. We've got soft light, we have hard light. We're going to go with overlay, and then you can start messing with the opacities. So you lower the opacity, it's going to lower the visibility of the layer. I kind of like the way where this is going because it's turning that water a slight blue color, and it's giving some, extra definitions to the bottom layer here. See, like before and now. I'm going to go over here and grab this one. I'm going to put that on top. This is kind of like a lighted type layer. And with this one, we'll go ahead and try again, see which one looks best. It's pretty much all about using your blending modes, your opacities, trying to figure out what's best for that layer. And once you have, your background the way you want it, you can go in, and I'm going to go ahead and grab that PSD from the first tutorial I did, which was on a cutting and erasing. So we're going to go ahead and grab that model, and we can go ahead and pull her up. Paste her right on top of our background here. And down here, you're probably going to want to lower the opacity just slightly, and that way it'll give you some sense of, now I can't think of the word, some sense of uniformity. I mean, really, it just looks like a model has been placed on there. What I tell a lot of new people who are starting out, try giving it a drop shadow so that way it looks like she is not just pasted on there like a paper doll. But try and give her some sort of definition, some sort of actual look like she's supposed to be there. So if you put in a little bit of a drop shadow that raises her up, it'll at least give her some sort of look. You can also go down and start messing with your different types of filtering system, which will be a different tutorial. Right now I just want to make sure that people are getting the concepts of what a layer is, how to utilize your layers, and what we use them for. So like I said, layer 1 is your base layer. Layer 2 is your first texture. Layer 3 would be your second. Layer 4 would be your third. You can go ahead and continue to keep putting on layers. You can put brushes on it. Everything needs to be a new layer, and how to get a new layer without actually just putting another image on top is right down here on your bottom toolbar. You're going to have FX, a rectangle with a little circle in the middle, which is your layer mask. You've got your it's a circle that's half light gray and half dark gray. That's for all of your filters or your adjustment settings. This little folder thing is to put things in groups, which will be another tutorial. I'm going to show you how to put things in groups and how to manipulate a group. And right here, this little folded piece of paper, this right here, if you click on it, you're going to get a new blank layer. And at this point, you can go ahead and, grab a brush and put some, funky little brushes on there. I'll go ahead and put some like grungy clouds and lower your layer opacities on that and give it some sort of texture. We'll leave it on normal and we'll just lower the opacity down. And that's what we're doing with the layers and how we use them to manipulate our graphics, is that we go ahead and with each brush, I always suggest to people putting it on a new layer, because if you make a mistake or you don't like something, you can always delete a layer instead of going back on a brush stroke. Okay, so this is the tutorial on layering and what layers are and how to use them and how to manipulate them, and using your blending modes and your opacities and how to get something new with different types of textures. My next tutorial is going to be on adjustments and how to use the filtering with your avatar to get your backgrounds to match the model. So stay tuned for that.